Guys, I've done a lot of big shows for Media Row at the Super Bowl over the years. This is the biggest one. This is it. We have 3 current Bears players on the show, 2 Bears Hall of Famers, Pro Football Hall of Famers that played for the Bears, and another guy that should be in the Hall of Fame and maybe will be at some point. This is a massive show. We're here. It's the biggest day in San Francisco. CHGO Bears starts right now.
It's media night.
All the players talk to the media, and it's a circus.
And now you're here too.
Excited, very excited. We've already got some big guests on tap.
Bowl 60. We are proudly brought to you by our friends at Toyota Let's Go Places and by Bet365. It's never ordinary.
Never.
At Bet365. It has not been an ordinary day at all as everything's falling down around me. But we've got...
that's pretty ordinary.
No, that is fairly ordinary, actually. But we have a ton of Bears, as Hogue just outlined. We're going to start with DJ Moore. Johns, you just ran into him.
Well, time out. For those that listen to the podcast, they don't hear that tease.
Oh, they don't hear the tease.
DJ Moore,
DeAndre Swift, Cole Kmet, Peanut Tillman, Devin, Hester, Brian Urlacher, all on the show.
It's going to be massive. Thursday at the Super Bowl is always the craziest day. You never know what's going to happen. Over-under on Greg getting up in the middle of the show is 4.5.
It's actually might be kind of low with what we're doing here today. I mean,
we got the Seahawk mascot right behind us. I'd actually like him to just dive in here if you could go get that guy.
Has the Colts mascot attacked Braggs yet?
Yeah.
I already.
He tried to start a fight.
Yeah, I started a fight with him. I'm not afraid of blue. Other kids might be afraid of blue, but I'm not afraid of blue.
Good.
I mean, blue trucks, guys.
Blue's coming for you. All right. Well, while we talked to Cole Kmet earlier, while we were doing that, Johnsy tracked down DJ Moore, who was around here. And of course, we haven't heard from DJ since the Bears lost because he didn't talk in the couple days after that. Johns, I'm going to let you kind of tee this up because you got a couple minutes with DJ, and I honestly haven't heard this yet. So what did DJ have to say?
It was a short interview. I think the best thing we could do is play it. But like you said, we haven't heard from him since the divisional loss in the playoffs. There's that big play to talk about, the miscommunication. And obviously I think we can all agree. Like, he was dealing with some things physically, injury-wise, and that's going to come up in our conversation as well.
All right, here's DJ Moore with Adam Johns just about 20 minutes ago here at the Media Center in San Francisco.
DJ, now that the season's over, how would you reflect on what the season was for you personally and the Bears?
For me personally, I would get the season grade. I'd probably give myself like a B-, just because some things didn't go our way this year. But I think everybody played to the best of their ability and what the coaches want.
That last play has come up in conversation a lot. Take us through it. Your side of the story, please.
My side of the story is just like everybody else's. It's just miscommunication. We got to attack it the next time we got something like that and just go from there.
Have you had a chance to reflect on all the amazing comeback wins, what was built with Ben? What do you think's ahead for the Bears?
I hope not a lot more fourth quarter comeback wins, but a lot more wins that come with Ben and just keep stressing ourselves to be better than we were this year.
How much would you like to be a part of that, to stay here?
I would love to. Like I told him in our ex meeting, I love being here. I really didn't have no expectations for this year. Everything went out the window when we got Ben, and I just was all in on the team.
What's the best way to describe the chemistry that Ben has built with you and especially Caleb?
The relationship. I mean, outside of football, he's a real people person. He asks about your family, kids, everything like that, and checks on you. But when you in there, ready for work, it's go time, and he demands perfection.
So we've been here since Monday. Do you still feel some of the Bears buzz? I mean, Colston Loveland here, DeAndre Swift is here, Ben Johnson's up for Coach of the Year.
Yeah, I mean, you still feel the buzz. I think because the Bears have been out the news in the postseason, so right now it's still trickling on, and everybody is is reaping the benefits from it.
Physically, like, how do you feel? Like how many things were you battling by the end of the season?
Let's just say a lot more than the normal person should.
All right, great job, John Z, tracking down DJ Moore here in San Francisco. And we're going to take the temp here on what he had to say. Taking the temp, brought to you by your trusted local experts at Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric. Visit fourseasonsheatingcooling.com for all their special offers and money-saving coupons. That's fourseasonsheatingcooling.com. So I think a couple of highlights in there, obviously, him speaking on that last play, finally, the interception, his role in it, and him basically saying what everyone else has said. It was a miscommunication. But he also, what do you think he meant by just got to attack it?
My read on it is that if that's something the Bears want to use later with Ben Johnson mentioned himself, like he's got to coach it better. There was a new concept or a new read within the actual play that went in that week against the Rams, and they have to attack it better. They have to coach it better. They have to go through it better. It's something that needs to be fixed. It's something that it's not so much improvised, but it's something that's read based on what the defense is doing within the play as it's playing out. And that's just something they have to get better at if they want to run that concept again next year, if they are together.
So help me out here, because I don't want to misspeak or put words in DJ's mouth, but when you're saying you think attack it better means the preparation of it, you don't think it is, okay, maybe I did or did we didn't have the we had miscommunication on where the ball was going to be placed, but regardless, I have to attack it better. That's not a fair interpretation of
no,
that?
I didn't read it that way. I'm sure others can interpret that way. The way I got it was we means the offense, we means Ben Johnson, we means everybody who's involved in not only running that play as it's called, but installing that play and teaching that play.
What I am kind of getting to with it, it's like if he was feeling completely, if his body was in a better place, like pretty much not at the end of his end of the rope, he's going to be way more aggressive in trying to get the football to come to him. Like I don't. It's almost like he doesn't want it there as much because he's just dealing with he's just so compromised at that point. Is that fair?
You're talking about his injuries,
yes,
as he said at the end of the interview.
Yeah.
Like guys, we watched that game play out. We saw him take tough hits on the sideline. We saw him leave the field and get checked out in the blue medical tent. We know he was dealing with stuff going into that game in previous games. I think that is such an overlooked factor in this DJ Moore conversation. Everything that he was dealing with physically on a cold day in Chicago and against a very good Rams team.
I mean, at some point, if you can't run and everything hurts, like you want somebody else to step up and do it. You're going to play your role, but you're almost not expecting to get it. Maybe. You know, and I'm not trying to make excuses for him either, but like it just seems like what happened.
We were having this conversation last night, actually, on our way to dinner, and it's like I just feel like this DJ Moore conversation has like been totally overblown at this point. Like, is he?
I think it's been unfair for DJ.
Yeah, I think it's been unfair for him too, and I think that game encapsulates everything. I get it to a certain extent because of what the optics sometimes look like with the body language and maybe how that last play plays out. But it's just so easy to overlook everything he played through, all the injuries he was dealing with. In that game, he got smoked and had to go to the injury tent. He had an amazing one-handed catch in that game, a touchdown catch in that game. Like, DJ Moore is still a good player. And I get that maybe his contract is a little bit higher than it should be based on the production. But you're still in this window of Caleb Williams on his rookie contract. So I don't look at it like it's the end of the world. And I just think the idea of shipping him out is so easy. You're a worse football team the second he's not on the roster, in my opinion.
Well, I'll say this much, I'll leave it to the guys in that room to know what the true responsibilities are. I'll leave the X's and O's breakdowns for the people that are, to me, a little better. I mean, the tape is the tape at times. Fans, even if you're very novice in understanding, can call things out, so I'm not going to pretend like I don't even do that at times. But I will say, when we talk about the Bears and how criticized and scrutinized Caleb Williams is nationally, DJ Moore is the equivalent to that locally. Everyone locally, especially in the last year, maybe it took some time to get there, but everybody locally, fans, everyone otherwise, has Caleb's back, sticks up for Caleb. DJ Moore, a lot through the fan base, he is picked on all the time for his mannerisms. I've said things on the show. I've had questions. He's even had to address it. Ben Johnson's even had to talk about, attitude, body language, facial. Like, he doesn't realize when he's on Monday Night Football, the cameras are on him on the sidelines. How he's so he gets scrutinized at a microscopic level. Then he has two of the most famous touchdowns, in Bears history. The one against the Packers will live on forever. I was crying the next day. That's how happy I was as a fan.
That night you were crying.
Right.
when it
I
happened.
was crying both games.
Okay.
Right, and he
might start crying now.
He was actually crying last night too.
I cry every day for good reasons and bad. And so, like, what an unfair kind of plate he gets served, where he has all these memorable moments as part of such a special team, and then it ends the way it does, and it just goes right back to where we've always been with DJ, where he's just getting beat up by the city. And, at the end of the day, put the money aside. He's a Chicago Bear. The fans should. It's okay to hold guys to account. We all just want to win a Super Bowl. Fans, players, coaches, everybody. But you got to have his back a little bit too.
Look, he is the poster child for me at this point. And as Brian Urlacher is going to join us here in a minute.
Buddies now. I don't know what's happening.
Okay, I'll just say real quick. He's the poster child for what have you done for me lately in sports right now in Chicago. Greatest catch ever. Beat the Packers, people crying, not just Braggs, and then 3 days later, everybody wants him gone. All right, let's take a quick time out.
In the shop, Brian Urlacher is here. He's going to sit down. He will be on with us next. Don't go anywhere, but first.
We are having a show today. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary. It's not ordinary here. It's definitely not ordinary at Bet365, Adam Hogue. New customers, that could be you today. $200 in bonus bets. You make a bet for $5, win or lose. You deposit 10, you bet 5, you get $5 for another bet. Plus, you get the $200 for your bonus bets, which can be used on literally everything. Yes, that's right. This is how you do it. If you're a new customer in the playoffs for Sunday, let's get it going here. You need that extra money. It's going to be cool. Sign up and use the code CHGO365. Use that deposit for $10. Place in the bet for $5. $200 in bonus bets. Spreads, totals, player props, futures, and more. Whatever the moment. Never ordinary on Bet365. You can bet it. You can go future on the Bears. Super Bowl next year. Why not? You have to be 20.
Super Bowl next year.
Why not? Do you have to be 21 or older if you or someone you know has a gambling problem? Crisis counseling and referral services can be X by calling 1-800-GAMBLER. In-app only.
And dear winner, I am not a fan of you, and I am not really looking forward to landing in O'Hare tomorrow and experiencing winter again. It's been quite nice out here in San Francisco with the 60 degrees. However, back home, Toyota cannot get enough of winter because Toyota's got 25 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and drive. That's more than any other auto brand, Mark Carman. You got the versatile RAV4 to the svelte Crown, the sleek Camry all-wheel drive, the Corolla Hybrid all-wheel drive.
Love it.
The rugged Tacoma, the tenacious Tundra.
So tenacious.
It's all there for you. And the spacious Grand Highlander. I like a good Grand Highlander.
It's a Hogue.
Grand Highlander?
It's a Hogue-mobile.
So it is. It's all-wheel drive to keep you and yours safe. Hey, you bring the action, we'll bring the traction. Toyota, let's go places.
It's been the base management, they got lucky this week.
All right, we are back here in San Francisco with the Hall of Famer, Brian Urlacher, back on CHGO. Always love having you on.
Appreciate it.
Now, I'm going to go straight to this because the Packer game, the playoff game,
yes.
If people watch closely, there was a moment where this man came out there in the end zone and hyped up the crowd, and it felt like the game from that point on changed in the Bears' favor.
Thank you for that, by the way.
Yeah, sure, that was all me. Yeah, man, I'll tell you what, the crowd. So I watched when they beat up the Packers the first time at Soldier. I watched that on TV from Florida. Unbelievable. I don't remember Soldier Field being like that when I played. I mean, I don't remember the towels waving. I mean, they cheered at the right time. It was phenomenal. And then I went to the playoff game versus when they beat the Packers again at Soldier Field, and being on the field waving the towel, the tie turn or whatever you want to call it. And then we watched the next 5 minutes from the little wherever the Bears run out. What's it called?
In the tunnel.
The tunnel.
Yeah.
Where we used to run out when I played, the tunnel. Unbelievable. And
I used to call it the Tunnel of Love.
The Tunnel of Love?
Yeah, because I'd be standing right over there. I'd be standing right next to Bear Man.
Like,
the reason I call it
okay.
Tunnel of Love, you guys come out, we'd be showing you guys love.
The beating on the walls there is so loud, but man, I just can't remember it being like that when I played. It was unbelievable. The fans got it this year. They gave them a lot to cheer for, but it was amazing.
Do you look at the Bears right now like, oh my God, this team has a chance to make a run that we could never have made because they have the pieces in place?
Quarterback. Well, they have that one piece that really, really helps. A quarterback for the next 15, 20 years, I think. Dude, it's unbelievable. I mean, Ben, I didn't think Caleb was bad last year. You look at his turnovers. He doesn't turn the ball over that much. I know he had a couple picks late in the season. Those are going to happen, but I'm just such a fan of he values the football. His athletic ability is unreal. He can make any throw. He's right. When he said that, I can make every throw. He wasn't lying. That dude makes throws that you're not going to see a lot of guys make.
Yeah, I mean, so the key, I guess, is how they can build off of it. I mean, a lot of younger Bears fans, they just point to these outlier years like 2018 where then nothing kind of builds off of it. But, I mean, you were a part of a team that had a run for a while where you guys were competitive every year. You guys gave the Packers a run for their money every year.
You mean they gave us a run for our money?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Way to flip that.
Yeah, we were ahead of them back.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, there was a few years there we were ahead.
Right, exactly. Absolutely. So, like, as Reuben Brown used to say, right, Space Mountain.
Yes.
Like, how does this team build off of this to get to Space Mountain?
The good thing is they got Caleb on a rookie contract. You have your quarterback on a rookie deal, so you can pay other people, right? So the next couple of years, your chance to go out and sign guys that you probably normally wouldn't sign because you're paying your quarterback $16 million. Well, he's not getting that yet. He probably will. But they just got to build pieces around him. I still think up front they can get better on both sides of the football. And then the number one thing, which you have no control over, injuries. They got banged up this year in the secondary early.
They had the most games missed by starters of any team in the league.
And they still did what they did. It's impressive, if they can stay healthy at key positions. But it just shows you how deep they were, too, because they still won some games with backups in there. A lot of guys got to play, which is good for the future.
Well, that being said, real quick, the Bears went out and got Julius Peppers once upon a time. Got on a plane, picked up Julius Peppers, brought him to Chicago. And that really made you guys another push to get that Super Bowl ring. Should the Bears move heaven and earth to get Max Crosby?
I keep seeing stuff about. I wish they would. They have the pieces to go get him. I think they have the space for him, or the cap space if they want to get him. I'm such a huge fan of his. That dude plays the game the way you're supposed to play. He plays a million miles an hour every snap, doesn't take plays off, and he makes huge plays.
So what do you think of the linebacker room? Did you like Tremaine going over to the weak side? There's some people there's some speculation that Tremaine could be out, TJ could be out. What do you think of those?
I've heard both. I like their linebacker room. When TJ was healthy and Tremaine were healthy, Tremaine had 5 picks, is that what we said?
Yeah,
five or six
I
picks?
think when he got hurt, he was up there towards the top of interceptions.
Yeah, they made plays. They got takeaways as a defense. The yards, they give up yards. I don't care about yards. I care about points. I care about third downs, and I care about takeaways. And I feel like they were pretty good in all 3 of those categories. I like the room. It's going to be different next year. That's just the nature of the NFL.
Right.
Is it Sewell, 44?
Yeah.
I thought he played well when he got in there, too.
I thought he did okay. So did DeMarco Jackson.
Yeah, he started out the year hot. I like DeMarco Jackson as well.
Yeah, they got some options, right? And then there's always free agency if they don't have what they want.
Yeah. So when Lovey got to Chicago, he immediately made it clear how important it was to beat Green
the Packers.
Bay.
Yep.
I feel like the Bears have been lacking that, and then Ben Johnson gets here and immediately was like, I like beating Matt LaFleur twice a year, and then that became a thing this year. What did you think of how that all played out?
Lovey made it an emphasis right away. Like you say, beat Green Bay, win the division, win the Super Bowl. Those are our 3 goals every year. And then, after he left, I just if it's not a competitive series, it hasn't been competitive in 10, 12 years. They've been beating our asses for that long. Uh-huh. So it was really nice to see that this year that they beat him. And I love the ruckus they raised over the handshake after the beatdown that we gave him, whichever one it was, whichever ass kicking it was. I'm not sure if it was a regular season or the playoff game when he shook his hand and ran off real quick.
Yeah.
Why is it? What's the big deal? He did LaFleur did the same thing at him at Green Bay when they won. The real quick handshake took off. What's the problem? The problem is they lost. That was the problem. Their fans didn't like it, so they made a big deal about it.
Bingo. I mean, their fans have been crying.
We're so
about
used to
it.
winning all the time again. Oh, Bears still suck. Bears still suck. Now they're mad because we beat that ass, so it's not one-sided anymore.
Would that score points for you if you were in that locker room?
Oh, you kidding me? That's huge. You know, the way he came in the locker room after the game and said those choice words he said, I just, everything he does, I'm a huge fan of. The way he coaches the team, the way he talks to the media, I'm a big fan.
Because he's putting himself in a little bit of harm's way. If it doesn't work out in Chicago, he needs friends to get his next job, but he's basically betting on himself. Like, I'm going to say what
he's such a good. He doesn't need friends to get a job. I know that, but you're right when you say that. But NFL circles are really weird like that. But he's done such a good job. I think the legacy he's building for himself is going to be good enough.
Since you're in the Hall of Fame, I wanted to ask you about the recent controversy with Belichick, Robert Kraft not getting in apparently. What did you think about that?
How does Belichick not get in the Hall of Fame in the first try? I mean, if you're going by rings, and everyone likes to go off rings, like Brady's the best quarterback because he has the most rings, right? 7 rings, so you make sure you're the best quarterback. And then Belichick has the most rings, correct, for coaches, if I'm not mistaken?
Yes.
8? 7, 8?
Yeah, well, including the ones he got.
You got eight as an assistant.
Those still count, right?
Okay.
6 plus 2.
How is he not a first ballot? I don't understand. You know, they're saying the Deflategate and the Spygate.
Spygate.
Who cares?
So hold on. If he had filmed you practicing in 07 or whatever, a year earlier, and you had found out that dude had set it up so they knew exactly what you were doing in practice, wouldn't you want to kill him?
You can know exactly what we're doing, but you still have to stop it. Okay. I mean, you can see what we're doing on film, but then it happens so fast out there. I understand you have a little advantage on that, but you still have to go out there and stop it and know exactly what play's coming. I don't like all that stuff, by the way, but I mean, it shouldn't keep him out for being the first ballot Hall of Famer. If there ever was a first ballot guy, it's him. So are they going to punish Brady too because of Deflategate?
Well, that's
he got suspended.
Yeah,
he shouldn't have, but he got suspended for it.
Yeah.
That's how he argued against me on the show, and I had a hard time defending the position.
Because it should be the same for both. If you're going to go down the road, now I think they're both first ballot Hall of Famers.
100%.
You were a first ballot Hall of Famer. How much did that mean to you to get in right away? Like, is there an extra little
You're not waiting.
bump to that?
Well, I've also been around guys who should have been maybe on the first ballot but weren't, and they waited that year. It's a little animosity because you're like, I should have been in the first try, you know. Yeah. But I've been saying that once you get in, it doesn't matter. Like, we're all the same level.
There's no like exclusive first ballot club. Well, like the Hall of Fame goes to dinner and then the first ballot.
Deion Sanders, there should be levels of Hall of Fame. No, he's the first ballot guy, so he can say that. But yeah, Deion thinks there should be different levels. I think once you get in, it doesn't matter.
Well, I guess sticking to the Hall of Fame theme, then a lot of Bears fans want to see Peanut Tillman get in there.
Yeah.
You know, your thoughts on that? I mean, he's got such a unique career, and the way, like, few people I say can revolutionize the game, but I just feel like the peanut punch and how it still lives to what it is today. It feels like he's one of those guys.
So I don't know what his takeaway number is or turnover number is for his career. I'm going to have a hard time believing there's somebody has more than him. More picks, more caused fumbles, and more recovered fumbles combined. Nobody has those numbers. I guarantee he's number one.
I believe he leads all cornerbacks by 10 is the actual stat.
Takeaways?
Just in takeaways.
Yeah.
Well, and the forced fumbles, the list is all linebackers.
Or D linemen. Right. And then it's Charles.
Right.
Well, the year he didn't win Defensive Player of the Year, he forced 11 fumbles and didn't win Defensive Player. They gave it to the Watt down in Houston. And Charles forced 11 fumbles as a corner. And then another guy, Olin Kreutz.
Yeah.
Olin made 8 Pro Bowls. I can grab about my teammates getting in all I want to, but I mean, you guys see how it works now. It's the media, all the guys who played all those years. They didn't play it down, but they're voting on the guys getting in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
Makes me mad.
The gatekeepers. Right?
Yeah, they're the gatekeepers. You're right. And it's easy for me to say now because I'm in, so I can talk bad about it now.
Well, and now we know, right?
I don't have to be nice anymore because I'm in, so it don't matter.
Well, you know how the inner workings work, right?
Yes.
And all the politics that go on behind the scenes.
That's it.
With Tillman, I'm curious with the game in Tennessee, the four forced fumbles.
I recovered one of them.
Yeah, you did.
I was happy about that.
Right, you had the touchdown as well.
I just saw Hasselbeck walking by. He threw it to me.
Yeah.
He hit me right in the, don't think he saw me.
How funny was that? Like, honestly, it was like laughable by the end of the game that he had kept doing to them over and over.
I just don't, you know that's all they're practicing, right? And I've talked to guys who played against us, like, all we worked about all week long was if you caught a ball, 2 hands on the ball. Or, if you're running the ball on the outside, 2 hands on the ball, and he still caused fumbles. he still got the ball out, even though that's all they thought about.
I got 2 real quick ones. First of all, who you working here? What do we got going on?
I'm here with Heartflow.
Yeah.
So, did you guys know that 1 in 3 retired or professional football players pass away from heart disease? I didn't know that. That's alarming to me. As being a retired NFL guy, it's a big number. So I went and got a CT scan to check on my heart, and then the result was the purest heart of all time.
All right.
Best heart ever. Kidding. And then I got my Heartflow analysis of my CT scan, which goes in deeper. I had a little plaque buildup in my heart, which is not a huge deal, but you don't want any in there. But I wouldn't have known if I wouldn't have got the Heartflow exam. So the best way to find out is go to heartflow.com/biggame. You can go there and get your information about it, what your symptoms might be, what you're looking for, whether the doctor who does the Heartflow exam is around you, just tons of good things. But early prevention is a good thing.
Toughest, and back out of the field, toughest dude that you still think about that was hard to bring to the ground?
Oh, tackling-wise?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, Ricky Williams was a pain in the ass. And Ricky was 5'10", 240. Right. Obviously, Bettis. We all remember the end zone run over.
I wasn't
it was also big boy, Brandon Jacobs.
Oh, wow.
Remember him in New York, 6'4", 270?
Yeah.
Peterson was good. They're all good. How about that? How about every running back?
Lacey.
Eddie Lacy. He was all right, but they're all good in the NFL.
But we were talking to Matt Forte yesterday, and he was telling a story that Lance Briggs has also told us from the other side about a training camp moment when Matt was a rookie, and them hitting head on in a training camp collision, and then that kind of turning into a thing between them, but earning the respect through those physical practices as well. And that's why I want to tie this back around to what the Bears did, because the rules are all different now in terms of what you can and cannot do. But Ben Johnson ran the toughest, most physical training camp we have seen in years, and I thought it paid off.
Well, it paid off this year. They played great. They were tough, man. Both sides of the football, they were tough. I think you got to get those reps, man, because you don't get them in the preseason. The preseason games are blah. They're boring. But you got to get them somehow, and I think Ben knows that. He's done such a good job. Everything he's done's worked. It's hard to question anything he's done because everything he's done worked. Everything he says makes sense. Yeah, but I think that the contact in training camp's a big deal.
And he's all in. He wants one of these sweatshirts.
Yep.
Yeah, I want a sweatshirt.
I'm gonna get you a shirt because you're in Arizona.
Oh yeah,
He's
t-shirt. Yeah, white t-shirt would be tremendous.
Yeah, bring it back full circle before we let you go. You talked about the stadium and the electricity there. I'm from Northwest Indiana. I'm born and raised in Crown Point. The idea of the Bears going to Indiana?
They're not going to Indiana. That's there may have been some side play going on there. They're going, if they leave, they're going to Arlington Heights, and they're going to build a dome, which I absolutely hate.
And if they did go to Indiana,
they're not going to Indiana. They're not going to Indiana. They're not going to Indiana.
You're not going to Indiana.
But you touched on the thing that I think matters most, regardless of where the stadium is, what they actually build, the actual stadium. So you don't want a roof.
I don't think it. Well, there's one advantage we have in Chicago. It's the weather late in the season. Nobody wants to come play there. You think Minnesota wants to come there, Detroit wants to come there, Tampa Bay. Nobody wants to come up there and play. The Rams, they obviously played well, but you don't want to play in that weather. It sucks, man. And to build I know they want the Super Bowls, but no one wants to come to Chicago in February.
It's going to
anyway.
be one Super Bowl.
One and done, just like Minnesota, New York, Detroit. One and done. They get one and they're done because the weather is so unreliable. And then they want the Final Fours. But I would think you'd want to build a stadium that would be successful for your team, not for just other stuff.
Yeah.
No, you're preaching to the choir. It's a beautiful thing. All right, the great Brian Urlacher, the Hall of Famer. Seeing his guys. We'll take a quick time out.
Draft class right there.
There it is. There it is.
We always love talking to you, man.
Thanks guys. I appreciate you.
Appreciate you, brother.
All right, we're going to take another time out. We'll be back with, I think, another Hall of Famer. Devin Hester's supposed to stop by.
Let's go.
Let's go. Big first.
Hey, what if you could get reliable and intelligent Wi-Fi like we're lacking here today in the very busy, overloaded media center? And what if you could get that intelligent, reliable Wi-Fi for 5 years at the same price? That is what the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee is all about. Imagine Wi-Fi that makes everything in your home work together, finds and fixes problems before you even notice them. Super intelligent Wi-Fi with the 6 cents. And it's going to let you stream the game even when your whole family is online at the same time. All your devices working in perfect harmony for 5 whole years. And the best part is there are no annual contracts. There are no hidden fees, and Xfinity's best equipment is included. So lock in your price. Unlock possibilities with Xfinity. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Xfinity, imagine that. Select plans only. Restrictions do apply.
A lot of things I miss about being at home. You know, Jaquelin, Beckett, Lou, Midtown.
Ray Scarpelli.
Ray Scarpelli is, yes, Ray, and just driving around on my tracks. That's really what it comes down to. That's where I was going. But hey, new Chevrolet models are in store at Ray Chevrolet, and it's your chance to shop hot deals all month long at their auto show sales event. Listen to this. You stop in, you drive home. 0% financing for 72 months. How long is 72 months, Hogue? Don't think
6 years.
6 years. That's a long time, man. 0% financing for 6 years on all new Chevrolet models. Check out their selection of over 125 vehicles priced under $20,000. And one of the top selling dealers in the Midwest. They're able to keep those prices competitive. You know you're getting a great deal. Shop Ray Chevrolet in Fox Lake or at raychevrolet.com. They've been serving the community since
1963.
Together, let's get in the tracks and drive.
All right, fun conversation. Brian Urlacher, and we are just getting started on this massive show. Greg went to go find Devin Hester, who's supposed to be joining us.
Greg might cry on set when we do get Devin Hester because Greg...
Oh, that's right. I have to move seats because he asked me if he can sit next to Devin.
You're going to go over here. Devin will be there.
I forgot about that.
And Greg's going to hold Devin's hand sitting right there, which is so adorable, and I'm looking forward to it. But instead of that, right now, Hogue.
Yes, we had a chance to catch up with DeAndre Swift, Bears running back, a little while ago. So while we wait Devin popping on with us, we're going to bring you that conversation with DeAndre Swift from earlier this morning. We're here with DeAndre Swift at the Super Bowl in San Francisco. Good to see you out here.
It's good to see y'all.
How you feeling a few weeks after the season ended? I mean, are you mostly satisfaction? I know you probably wish you were playing in the game this week, but how do you look back on it all?
I think we had a great year, man. I'm proud of the way that we fought all year, and I'm sure the city of Chicago will say the same thing. Especially a great group of guys to be around for the full year. Sad the way it ended, but a couple of weeks as reflecting the things, I'm just happy with the way that we fought all year.
So we've been out here since Sunday. I still think there's some Bears buzz going on. You had the 4 Pro Bowlers here. Yeah. Kevin Byard was on our show on Tuesday. Cole Kmet's walking around. Colson Love was in town. Do you still feel the buzz created by your team this year? 100%,
especially when you see after this year more guys are in the Pro Bowl and more guys are getting the notoriety of the way that the team played and the people that had individual success that they did. It's always good to see that. I can't wait to run into my guys here.
Yeah, how much did EB help you this year behind the scenes, and maybe Kyle too?
He was amazing. He was amazing for the group, the offense, just his knowledge that he was bringing every single day, his approach to it. He's been doing it at a high level for so long. So the little nuggets that he would give us day to day, it was amazing for the whole group. Yeah, benefited from it.
It sounds like you got a new running backs coach already.
Yeah.
Have you had a chance to talk to Eric yet?
I have not. I seen it yesterday and everything like that. Excited to work with him, man. I know he's had a great track record. Looking forward to talking to him.
I know nothing's guaranteed in this business, in this league, but what would it mean for you to, continue to be a part of what's been built under Ben Johnson so far?
That would be amazing, man. That's hope. That's what I hope would happen. But I know everything's out of my control. Hopefully I did enough to be able to come back into that building. I love them group of guys. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah.
How fun was this season for you? I mean, from a personal level, from all the heroics from Caleb Williams, I mean, have you looked back and gained an appreciation for what you did and what the entire offense did?
Yeah, most definitely. We had a great year, especially for everything being new with coaching staff and offense, things like that, man. Always stuff you look back and wish you would have had back, different plays here and there. But all in all, man, we had a successful year, most definitely.
Did you look at your stats at all and say, oh, I did have the most yards in my career this year? Did you peek at that?
At the end, probably last week. Was able to make 1 or 2 plays here and there. I always say, with team success comes individual success, and opportunities given, hopefully I'll be a part of that, which I was.
Well, sometimes the team success means some coaching changes. Devin Doyle has left for the Ravens. What are they getting in Baltimore, and how much did he mean to this offensive success this year?
Young, smart, great coach, players coach. I'm excited to see how he does over there. Happy for him.
DeAndre, you're with DQ. What blizzard do you get? What's your order?
Oh man, that's the thing. Not the blizzard. promoting the flamethrower strips, they're new, little spicy strips.
Oh,
with
okay.
They got a little soft serve on the side as a dipping sauce as well. So be on the lookout for those. You can order that on the DQ app. That'll be great for a big party coming up on Sundays or Super Bowl thing.
So there's a Dairy Queen by my house, and my son, who's a teenager, rides to it all the time. They have an underrated burger and fries.
Everything. Food is phenomenal. Don't forget the soft serve as the side, the dipping sauce.
No, you got a busy schedule. Thanks for sneaking us in here, man. Congrats on a great year.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Take care.
All right, so that is yet another player who you might have some question about whether or not he's here next season. Part of the, well, not here, but in Chicago.
I slightly debated, asked him, so if the Bears cut you, they'll save $7.5 million. And there's some people out there that think they might do that, DeAndre, but I didn't want to do that. So.
Well, I did bring it up, though. Like, it's a business.
Yeah, no, you did. You tiptoed it.
And he made it clear. I mean, I think he wants to be a part of this thing.
Well, right. And listen, that guy has a ton of pride in his performance. I loved the way he, gave credit to EB for his impact. And look, yeah, he did peek at the fact, I had the most yards I've ever had in a season. That's a big time deal, man, when you've been in the league for, you're creeping up on a decade now. So, building it that much better. DeAndre Swift did a great year, man, and trucked a ton of people. Plus, DQ is an elite sponsor. It's a good job by him. Love a DQ.
That was a good job at you, because I didn't even know who the sponsor was.
Well,
but I should have just looked at the T-shirt, which made sense.
Well, his handler pulled me aside and said, "Will you perhaps mention DQ?"
Better get the DQ in there.
We're getting the DQ in there.
We're covering it all. Still to come on this show, we got Cole Kmet, who we talked to earlier. Greg's still hawking Devin Hester right now. But the thing about Devin Hester is he's elusive.
He is, and Greg is slow, so it might not happen. But I think it will happen. We call Devin. Ryan Leaf might pop by here in a second.
Yeah,
a lot going on.
And Charles Tillman a little bit later on the show. So here's what we're going to do.
For sure. Peanut at noon.
We have so much in the tank to share with you. Let's do this. Greg, someone else he stalked yesterday was Pat McAfee. And I'm also going to use this opportunity to tease. I don't know when we're actually going to get to this, but my favorite interview we've done all week was talking to A.Q. Shipley, who's the O-line expert on the Pat McAfee show, had a great career, and also does Cardinals radio. He went in-depth, every single Bears lineman. So at some point we're going to share that. I just want to make sure that it's out there.
It's a phenomenal interview that I've been told about. I haven't heard, but Hogue really likes it.
Well, yes.
Hogue says this is like...
The fans are going to love it, too.
The fans are going to love it. You're going to love it.
In the meantime, we're going to go to the guy joins Pat McAfee every week. Here's Greg with Pat McAfee. I'm a little worried about this because I haven't seen it. I don't know what happens, but I'm sure it's entertaining.
Pat, you kind of struck a chord with me. Okay. I'm Greg. I'm from CHGO Sports. Pat McAfee
hey man, I'm
here.
Pat. Very nice to meet you.
You struck a chord with me last week because you were talking about Radio Row and all the fat guys, and I gained 30 pounds through this Bears season. It was stressful, so I'm trying to get it back. I'm trying to get right.
Yeah, but I don't think we're talking about you. We were talking about the fatsos who hate us.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Now, if you hate us, we were talking about you. Exactly.
Yeah, no. So I am on your side of the track. That makes me feel better, despite the $30 Taco Bell orders.
Now, on that note, Crunchwrap Supreme, no sour cream.
Oh, man.
Real deal there.
Cheesy Gordita Crunch. Extra
twist.
Sauce.
Yeah, give me a cinnamon twist, too, at the end of this entire
thing. Chicken quesadilla all day.
Yeah,
let's go. That's like a side dish.
Yeah, with the rice in there as well. Yeah, and definitely give me some guac. Let's go ahead and have a good time
now
out
we're
here.
Doing this.
But on that note, I used to gain 30, 40 pounds every football season.
Yeah.
I used to. Then I got a bunch of science this year. I'm in the best shape of my life.
Okay.
It's awesome.
I'm going to have to figure that out. So just curious from your perspective on that Bears season. It was magical, right? I mean, Ben Johnson, Caleb Williams. I don't think Chicago has been used to having this kind of quarterback, offensive mind duo in the history of our franchise, it feels like.
Yeah, Ben Johnson, the belle of the ball for the head coaching cycle for the last 3-4 years. Him picking Chicago is wild, I think, to a lot of us. And then him living up to the expectation of being a great coach was really cool for you guys. And then Caleb not being a bust. That's cool.
Yeah.
Because he was talking about his generational. How you doing, brother? Talked about being generational and being all this, and it looked like he was going to be just not. And then for him to kind of find his best version of himself, and obviously I don't know what you guys are calling it, the last play of the game in the corner where he threw the ball 55 yards.
We'll call it the Midway Miracle.
Okay, I like the name. I knew you would have something there.
Got you.
Yeah, hey, we're not worried about what we're eating. We're gaining 30 pounds, but we're coming up with Midway Miracle. We're doing this entire thing. That's good brain out of you.
Thank you.
So, like, I think only up and to the right for the Bears. I'm pumped for you guys and your fan base because obviously you guys had to suffer a lot.
So last thing, and I'll let you go. I know you got a lot of people here, and it's really cool of you to share your time with all these people. So much respect to that. Certainly an inspiration, including myself. I mean that. Yeah.
Not the fatso we were talking
No,
about.
but for real, like I tell it to people all the time. I told you this a couple years ago, but I was a bricklayer for 20 years, so this is my 4th year in the industry, and that it is kind of a unique industry, right? There's a lot of people that think certain people should be in this circle and not everybody should be. So trying to make your way a certain way as doing it the professional way, but also try to have fun with it. It's sports at the end of the day. And I think you kind of paved that road for a lot of people.
Yeah, but as a bricklayer, you understand like hard work. So like your work ethic's going to be special. And if you love sports, you put those two together, you're good because nobody gets to control what sports coverage is.
Yeah.
Sports is all of ours, which is why sports is so amazing.
Yeah.
So enjoy the hell out of yourself, brother.
Sports over everything all day.
All day.
All day. So final thing I have for you is the Bears might be moving to Indiana. I live in Northwest Indiana.
How about it?
Born and raised, Region Rat, Crown Point, Indiana.
Oh, yeah, Hoosiers national
What would that, do you believe it? Is this, I just have such a hard time believing that the Bears are actually going to move to Northwest Indiana.
I think they're going to call it Chicagoland, or I think they're going to...
Well, it is a part of the Chicagoland metropolitan area, that we are included in that, but it's just wild to me that the Bears might move 10 minutes from my house.
Well, this is the crazy thing, Jim Irsay, rest in peace, obviously a friend of mine. So whenever he was trying to get a new stadium in Indianapolis, allegedly, the story goes, he hopped in a helicopter, flew over L.A. and San Antonio, and then news made its way back to Indianapolis. It was like, hey, we might lose the Colts. So then obviously there was a lot of action and voting and what we were able to get done, and now Lucas Oil Stadium's in Indianapolis and the Colts are still here. Not that Jim would have ever taken the Colts out of Indianapolis, but there was some gamesmanship going on to get a new stadium, which is all anybody really wants at the ownership level. So I thought this was all a game. I thought this was all kind of a work, public leverage. Yeah. And then all of a sudden they're like, no, this might actually happen. It's great for the state of Indiana. Okay, we appreciate that. Obviously I live in Indianapolis. Right. But it would be a little weird, I think, for everybody to kind of experience. So,
well, it would if they do it. It's 10 minutes from my house, so formal invitation.
Yeah, but they're gonna buy your house and tear that fucker down.
Yeah. Well, hey, then we can make out. There's a Taco Bell right down the street. We'll hit it up. That'll be the pregame tailgate for the next Bears game in Indiana.
Well, good luck if they become the Gary Bears.
The Gary Bears.
Yeah, if they become the Gary Bears, it'll be awesome to follow along. But now is a good time for Bears fans to enjoy the hell out of the Bears. If they were just to pick up and leave, that would be wild. Yeah. That would be cruel. I don't think it's going to happen. I think it's all business, but who knows? Maybe Indiana gets the job done.
All right. Well, I promise I'm going to slim down for the next Radio Row, but that's a year from now.
Me and Herbstreit had to do this entire thing because me and Herbstreit used to get real fat. Me and Herb, I was 285, 290 at the end of a couple seasons. Yeah. Herbstreit too. We see old videos of us at the end of the season. We're like, hey, let's not be fat. And I'm like, you got it. Because I got a daughter now. Yeah. I got to try to live. And I got science. Kind of mix that all together. Oh, all of them. I'm literally asking for everything. Hey, how do I not become fat and live forever was my question. You can do the same, brother.
Well, I'll
Especially
see.
If the Bears are coming to be your neighbor.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I'll see you at the Final Four when Purdue's going to win a national championship down in Indianapolis. Let's go, baby.
Up,
boiler up.
How'd it go against Indiana?
Come on, calm down. Calm down over there.
Well, the good news is, Carm, for everybody playing Bragg's Bingo back at home, you definitely got bingo. We hit Taco Bell in that interview. We hit Northwest Indiana. He told Pat McAfee he was a bricklayer again.
And
you got the free space in there. Yeah. And then this was the unexpected one. The hardest space that to get on Bragg's Bingo was he told Pat McAfee he was going to make out with him.
That was bold. I honestly did.
I was trying to listen. We got a lot going on here, and I was like, wait, did he just say what I think he just said?
It didn't seem like McAfee took it that bad either.
I think they bonded.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
Well, it's funny, too, because, he tells me I just did Pat McAfee one-on-one, and I'm like, how'd it go? He's like, it's okay. He really wasn't that hyped about it.
Well, he's always hard on himself. It was a great job, Greg.
Yeah.
Bochanton, by the way, in the comments I saw, already crowned Braggs over Carm.
Yeah, no.
For booking McAfee, put him over the top.
It was a big-time job. Greg has been Greg. this whole week. So he's been better at every single person that's worked here has somehow walked around with Greg with a camera. Nobody wants to do that with me. Because Greg is just, he's just cuter and more aggressive. But Emma and Yaya and everybody else he's done a great job. And you got the McAfee's a huge. That's a big pull. That's a big time job.
It's a fun interview. We got a lot more coming up.
Gold star.
As we said, surprises along the way. But we still got Cole Kmet. We still got Charles Tillman, and we'll see if Greg lands Devin Hester. Might decide the whole week. Hey, look, there he goes. All that coming up next. But first. Hey, Carm, can you believe we are 1 month into 2026 already?
I cannot.
Hey, let's stick with our goals, okay? We got to stick with our goals. Just because we're into February doesn't mean we're just getting rid of all our 2026 goals. Well, Huel is the perfect solution for high protein, routine support, busy days, and convenience. It's so convenient that we were sitting here and Steven just pulled this out of his backpack.
Pulled it right out of the backpack.
But right here is a whole meal: strawberry, banana, 35 grams of protein. When they say ready to drink, it is ready to drink. It is ready to go. A full meal here: breakfast, post-workout, meetings, school drop-off, errands, whatever you need. Super Bowl shows all day.
I've only
have this for lunch.
I've only seen Steven eat the first night at dinner, so he must be going Huel all week long. The guy's unbelievable.
That's a good point. This is a limited time offer. Get Huel today with our exclusive offer here. 15% off online with code BEARS15. It's new customers only. Thank you to Huel for partnering and supporting our show. Huel.com. This is a game changer. BEARS15 is your code.
And shout out to our friends at Game Time Tickets. The Game Time app gives you the advantage, gives it right back to you, the amazing fan. It is the hack for unlocking amazing tickets and experiences in a few taps. It's incredibly easy to use. And Game Time guarantee means you can absolutely trust 100% the tickets that you're getting, that they are authentic, that they are going to be there on time, and that they are the best price. When you pay $1 to go to a Bulls game the rest of the season, do it on Game Time. That's exactly where you should go. There's just no doubt about it. Priority fees the fees are included. They've got the zone deals as well, which I love. You save even more. You choose a section. Let Game Time choose the seats. If you're going to the Bulls, no one's going to be there anyway. Take the guesswork out of buying NBA tickets. Download the Game Time app. Create an account. CHGO. $20 off your first purchase. Create an account. Use that redeem code CHGO for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today.
Just to kind of set the scene here in San Francisco, Carm, just during that break that we had, I saw Trevor Lawrence, Bill Romanowski standing over there talking to Marcus Allen. It's never ending.
Yeah, you know who's blown me off the best this week? I said his name 10 times. He wouldn't even turn and look at me, and I respect it, by the way. Tony Dorsett did I think he just knew that I was all sweetness all the time.
Oh, yeah. He saw the tweets back in the 70s.
He was right.
Where you were...
he knew that I was celebrating 44-0, 1985.
Yeah.
That's okay. A lot of flowing parts here, but why don't we get our interview with Cole Kmet here with Chunky Soup, baby.
Our guy Cole Kmet hanging out here in San Francisco, and for all the fans that were worried about his I Love Chicago message.
Love you, Chicago.
You can stand down. You don't need to be worried about it. We cleared it up with Cole, and the answer to what that was all about is actually pretty funny. So Cole Kmet back on CHGO, our guy. Here's that conversation. We got our guy Cole Kmet here.
Yeah, made it.
Let's go. Soup. He's with Campbell's.
They told me it was the Soup Bowl, and then I come down here and everyone's here, and I'm like, oh, it's the Super Bowl.
Oh.
It's a good little pairing. Yeah, good little pun.
That's
good little
the cheesiest thing you've ever said.
Yes. Good pun. Good little pun. Cheese. There's cheese in here. All that stuff.
Way to lean into it.
There are a bunch of your teammates around here today too. We just talked to DeAndre Swift.
Yeah,
nice.
DeAndre scared me, so I said, I'm Greg. He goes, yeah, I know. So I don't know what that means.
That's bizarre. I haven't seen DeAndre. Hopefully I run into him. I heard Colson will be here in a little while, so hopefully catch up with all those guys.
There's been, believe it or not, because we've been here all week, there's been a lot of Bears buzz.
Okay, all right.
I'll tell you this, we had a nice dinner last night, and the server was like, Man, I was hoping the Bears were going to be here. They were just so much more fun to watch.
Yeah, we were fun to watch.
Yeah.
It was fun to play this year. Obviously this was the goal to be here, and too bad we're not here now, but a lot to aspire towards for next year.
So let's go back to the throw. You're in the end zone. You did a little hip check. The ball's in the air. Can you just I know you've talked about this, but I don't hear it again. Like in the moment, ball's in the air. What's going on?
It seemed so. It was one of those you have a moment like as an athlete, I think everyone would say, where everything kind of slows down. Whether like for me in baseball, like the pitch just comes in a little slower and the ball seems really big. Like that was one of those moments where it was just really slow. Everything felt super quiet, and obviously, an unbelievable throw, and just kind of it was like a perfect pitch and catch, and kind of look around in disbelief, like. Was it that easy? Like, that was kind of crazy.
So then your first instinct was to try to scare Stacey Dales?
Well, yeah, I saw her filming, and I'm like, I might as well use this as an opportunity. Of course, she gets a great clip out of it.
It was amazing.
Yeah, it's a good clip. It's a good clip. So
I strive for clips like that.
You do. You should have been there.
There's no way they'd let Greg down on the field.
Well, what's going to happen?
I was too busy dying inside at the studio.
We were talking with you before. We got to get it out there to the public because people think that your Twitter, you said "Love you, Chicago."
Yeah.
Everyone was worried that Cole was leaving, but you can tell.
On Facebook.
You're saying Facebook, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So
Facebook.
I don't have a Facebook that I go on. Now I do have an account, but it's actually not even my name. I just go on it for Facebook Marketplace stuff.
Okay.
Sometimes. So yeah, that is not me. I don't know who's posting that. Kind of weird that those things happen. And then there was another thing that was happening really towards the end of the year where everyone thought me and my wife we were pregnant.
Dude, I almost texted you congratulations.
Oh, trust me.
And I was like, I was so happy I didn't. Because I was like, this guy's never going to talk to me again if I send this and it's not right.
Well, she brought it up, and I'm like, are you not telling me something? Like, I'd be like the first person you tell if you were pregnant, right? And she's like, no, I would tell you first. I'm like, okay, good. A lot of misinformation out there these days, but this is what it is.
Well, I also was like, even if it was real, I was like, well, I think he does love Chicago, so maybe it just means I love
do.
Chicago.
Oh, I do love Chicago. Yeah.
If it was a boy, would you name him Greg?
No. now that you just said that, no.
Crossed off the list.
Yeah, that's now been crossed off the list. Yeah.
Fine.
Good effort, though.
Lobbying to get your name on my child is probably not gonna. It's not gonna work.
Let's let you talk about the Campbells and the Chunky and the soup. How'd you get hooked up? What do you got going on here?
Well, I mean, look, it's a great.
Swift right there.
There's Swifty. It's a great post practice, post game meal. We were talking about how many you could crush if you were really hungry. I said 3 to 4. I don't know if you guys. How many of these cans?
3 to 4 of those. Oh, the cans.
The cans. How many of those cans could you crush?
Whoa, this is Buffalo style chicken mac.
Yeah,
that sounds phenomenal.
New flavors, a little tailgate style.
15 grams of protein.
Not bad.
I'd crush them all right now.
Just drinking right out of the can.
Just drinking right out of the can. Yeah.
All right.
Is that what you want me to do?
I love your messaging after the game. Like, just your perspective. And, we get it. It was a great year, but, we don't want to lose. Now that it's a few weeks removed, though, have you been able to look back and some satisfaction?
No, for sure. You look back on the season, and there's definitely a lot of appreciation for what we did. And, we know what we did. And you could feel the city really come alive throughout the year, which was really special and really fun to be part of, and which is why we do this in the first place. And, but, no, I still stick to what I said of, we came in the year and our expectation was to go win the Super Bowl. And although the expectation on the outside was not that was our expectation within the locker room. And the expectation within the locker room is the one that we hold to. You know what I mean? So that's going to be our expectation next year. And I'm sure the outside expectation is going to change and evolve as it goes. But the expectation that Ben sets and the expectation in the locker room, that doesn't change.
What's the biggest key of knowing there's things you can build off of from building this whole game plan and everything you did this year, but also starting from scratch from a mentality or a X's and O's standpoint?
Yeah, well, there's a lot to that, and I think what Ben says, in terms of it starts all over, I do believe in that. And look, we got 3 teams in our division alone that are going to be really good next year.
They all had a winning record.
They all had a winning record, man. And, I know we won the division, but we were 2-4 in our division. And that's something that we need to be better at and we need to do better with. But, yeah, I mean, it's not going to be easy. This thing is not easy, and all three of those teams are going to be very good going into next year, and that's going to be important to handle those guys.
You got to go, so you got to recover with the soup here. But was this the hardest year for you physically with the body, or no? It seemed like you were going through a ton of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I had some things pop up here and there that were tough. I wouldn't say one single injury was worse than anything I've had in the past, but it definitely takes a toll, and it's a physical offense we play in. So you definitely felt that towards the end of the season, but nonetheless had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah. Fans keep asking us, what exactly did Declan Doyle do? How big of a loss is this? How much did you come to appreciate what he gave you guys as the OC underneath Ben Johnson, and then the opportunity he got to go coach Lamar Jackson and the Ravens?
For sure, yeah. Well, first of all, great opportunity for Declan, and we're all super happy for him. Anytime you guys can elevate in this league, you always want guys to do that. So that was really cool to see. But I'll speak on what I saw from what Declan did for us in terms of, kind of running some of those meetings on Friday and Saturday where I'm sure Ben's tidying up some stuff with the game plan or pregame things, wherever that has to be, and handling our walkthroughs on Saturday morning. That was big. And then the halftime adjustments, that was Declan kind of leading that deal, kind of walking us through what the openers would be. So, I know people think, just because he didn't call plays that, what is he doing? He's doing a lot of work for the offense, and I know the players felt that every day.
Running meetings and a walkthrough and halftime adjustments, that sounds pretty important.
It is important. Yeah, we had a big debate yesterday. I'm like, I get it. This guy's the smartest guy ever, but I have no idea what he did. And the whole tried to explain to me, and now you did a better job.
And I also don't know the other half of it as well. I mean, there's the whole other half of the day when they're upstairs that I don't know how that's divvied up or the responsibilities.
Well, thank you for joining us.
You're the best,
been Packers players running around here. You'll be happy to know I'm harassing all of them. Jordan Love and Evan Williams both were scared to come on and talk to me. So
sure.
I think you made an impression.
They were scared to talk to you.
They were scared.
I'm sure.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm punking out AJ Hawk. I messed with him. So I'm going after them all. I got your back.
I love it.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here.
All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Good seeing you.
All right, Cole Kmet back on the show.
Love it.
He always loves seeing you, Greg, I think.
We were just talking a minute ago. I was crying to him about how I lost Devin Hester.
Well, he's elusive. That's why he's in the Hall of Fame.
Yep.
He got you now. You're his latest victim.
So now I got Cole going around looking for him. So
Cole's our runner now?
Hopefully he comes through.
We've gone from his own show on the network to he's now getting our guest for us.
We've missed you while you've been gone, and
we really enjoyed the Pat McAfee interview.
Yeah, can you explain your emotions after talking to Pat McAfee, the borderline gold standard for podcasting, live TV at this point in time?
No, I mean it was definitely cool. I mean,
did you don't remember asking him to make out, or what did you say?
No, I don't remember asking him to make out, but. No, it was cool. He's obviously just somebody. It's kind of interesting how the everyday man really connects with him, even though he's a former player doing a podcast, right? But for whatever reason, he just kind of supersedes that former player podcast vibe, and he kind of relates more to people like me and content creators that are trying to come up because he does it differently. And so I got a lot of respect for him. I mean, everybody always says that.
You want me to go get Ron Rivera?
Hey, Ron.
No.
Well, you asked me to get Ron.
Sorry.
There he is. I almost got him. But that's what I mean. He's like Pat McAfee's unconventional. Like me, I'll just yell at Ron Rivera as he walks by.
Well, it didn't look like he had anything to do, but he clearly had something to do. So that could work out.
Everybody's got something to do here. So, yeah, I mean, it was definitely really cool. And the thing that was neat about Pat, he was there for 2.5 hours after his show and had talked with every single person and really took his time. And I noticed a few people before me that he talked to, you're not just asking run-of-the-mill questions. You got to come correct, as you like to say, and he's going to challenge you a little bit too. So, the Taco Bell thing was a lot of fun and kind of, lighten the mood a little bit. And, obviously knows a little bit about the politics of the state of Indiana when it comes to building stadiums, so I thought I'd pick his brain with a little bit of things.
Yeah. But does he think the Bears are going to Indiana? I didn't hear that part. Did you ask that direct question?
I mean, yeah, he kind of talked about, how they were able to build a Colts stadium and some of the stuff they'll do from a tax standpoint in the state.
Right.
So it's definitely interesting, and I think that'll be the talk of the combine, that's for sure.
Yeah.
All right.
It will definitely be a combine talk. We'll be there in 2 weeks, by the way.
Okay. Little on-air production here while we
Yeah,
wait
now
our
it's
next
Carm's
guest.
turn to get spurned by a former Bear.
So I'm going to try to top Greg.
Okay.
If that's okay with you, Hogue. Because, I mean, he got Pat McAfee, which is a household name. Jason Hoteling is not a household name, but
You're selling this well.
He was the Bears' assistant offensive line coach last year. And he's gone on to bigger and better with the Patriots, and he's back with Mike Vrabel. But I went in there one-on-one with my guy Ho, and I asked him about our guy Darnell Wright and flipping
I don't think
sides.
that's his nickname.
Well, Big Hoss is actually his nickname.
Okay, that's better.
So Big Hoss, and I think this conversation, we'll see what the chat thinks, is actually better than Braggs' conversation with Pat McAfee, despite the iconicness that McAfee brings to the table. But this dude is salt of the earth, and we're talking offensive line, which is what we're here for. So Big Hoss, with yours truly, right here on the CHGO Bears podcast. All right, Jason Hoteling, first of all, congratulations being in the Super Bowl with the Patriots. But let's talk 2024, assistant O-line coach with the Bears. What did you love most or about Darnell Wright when you had him?
Oh, my gosh. Darnell, physically one of the most gifted offensive linemen that I've ever been around, and a worker. You know, he was a guy that grinded pre-practice, post-practice. We spent a lot of time together, Darnell and I, and he battled when through injuries, when he wasn't feeling perfect. He was always out there and always ready to work, and I got a ton of respect for Darnell, a ton of respect for him.
So I'll put you in the speculation business here. The Bears have to figure out left tackle, and some people think, you know, at least float out there, could Darnell do it? What do you think? Would that be robbing Peter to pay Paul? What do you think? You don't look like you're in love with that one.
I mean, I can't speak for Darnell on it, and he's the one that's got to talk about his body and how comfortable he would be doing that. You know, I know this. You know, everybody needs a good right tackle and a good left tackle, and you can help either side. So, you know, if you needed to help on the left to keep Darnell, you know, there's all different ways to fix issues, and I would just say that I think Darnell is he's one of the premier right tackles in the NFL. So I just don't know. You'd have to ask him and the coaches there now how comfortable it is with him moving over. I don't know.
Yeah. So
But I would say athletically, I mean, there's not a lot of tackles that are as athletic as him.
Would you say that that's the best thing about him? But it's the combo and the force.
Yeah, it's the combination of just how big he is and how athletic he is, and then you combine that with just his willingness to go out and get the job done no matter what the situation is.
Yeah. What was your experience with Theo? I know he was hurt for a bunch.
Great young man. You know,
Yeah.
I laugh because my daughters will get a kick out of it. You know, he introduced our family to ketchup chips. So my daughters would always ask about ketchup chips, and he would actually bring them in the office, and I'd take them home to my daughters. But Theo's a really hard worker, and I was really excited for him with the opportunities he got this year. I was texting back and forth with him during the year, and just another great young man, works extremely hard, pre-practice, post-practice, film room, was always willing to do extra. So really respect him.
The most likable guy going, Theo.
Yeah, he is a likable guy.
I mean, really. I guess when you look at the tape, he had a lot more success with the run blocking versus the pass blocking. Is that something that comes with time?
Yeah, I think so. And the physical stature, the arm length and all that stuff. But like, I think making the move from guard to tackle, there's a lot that goes into that pass protection wise, as opposed to run blocking. Run blocking is kind of a phone booth, and you got to move a guy point A to point B. Whereas pass pro, there's a little more technique involved as far as sets and punches and all that stuff.
Yeah, so let's wrap up with the quarterback, because last year it was certainly up and down, but like seeing what Caleb was able to do this year, you're nodding your head. You don't seem all too surprised.
No, not surprised at all. I mean, the guy's got a ton of talent and athletic ability, and the want to win, the will, the drive, the determination. So I was really happy for all those guys in Chicago that went out there and did what they did this year.
Appreciate you. So that was an absolutely outstanding performance by me. And
what's the chat saying between the McAfee interview and that one?
Rogue agent, one thing you can say about Carm is he's going to interview someone that nobody wants to hear from. I think that's really rude. Jailbreak, I don't mind the line coaches. Let's see here. The last round of interviews goes to Braggs from somebody who doesn't know what they're talking about. Line coaches are great to listen to because line play is a dark art for most of us. John Clark, there you go. Carm Sweet Bippy, are you with me? I'm going to need some video proof of Carm watching Theo tape. I got you. Do Infinity Braggs MVP. Connie Nicholas, hit the like button. Hit the like button.
I think we can call it now. Hit the like button for what Braggs has done.
Yeah, what's that?
I said hit the like button for everything Braggs has done this
I mean, hit the like button for everything that Braggs has done. I personally think that I won the round, but I'm probably admittedly just a little bit biased. You want to have Ross Tucker sit down? Whatever else?
He's pretty busy.
He's got bananas. He's got coffee. He's got all sorts of things.
Well, we still got plenty. We still got plenty to bring your way. So we're going to go now with an interview we taped yesterday with Logan Ryan, who, of course, won a Super Bowl with the Patriots. And there's some Bears tie-ins here because he was teammates with Kevin Byard. And then you remember the whole 28-3 thing with Ben Johnson this year, and having Joe Thuney and Grady Jarrett talk about that. Well, he played in that game.
Yep. Logan's excellent. I think you'll enjoy this. But right a second before we play that, do you agree with Big Hoss that we should leave Darnell Wright alone? I know you do, but I want to hear you say it.
Right tackle?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he should stay right tackle.
Thank you.
And I'm going to plug the AQ Shipley interview again because he agrees.
Okay.
He said the same thing when we got to.
Okay.
And he loves Darnell.
I mean, yeah, Big Hoss. He shook his head in a way that I've never.
Is that really his nickname, or you just keep saying that?
That is really his nickname from at least some of his players who call him Big Hoss. Big Hoss.
There's only one guy in Chicago that should have a nickname. It's Marion Hossa.
Yeah, but that's hockey guy. That's a different corner of the world that I know you frequent.
All right.
Formally.
Logan Ryan, Super Bowl champion, former teammate of Kevin Byard. I think you guys are going to like this conversation.
We're just going to keep going.
Here's Logan Ryan.
Super Bowl champion, working with Quest, knows Kevin Byard, knows what it's like to come back and live the dream. Logan Ryan with us here. Give us a chip. We'll come out.
Here we go. Look, man.
Just pop it out.
Working with Quest here.
Protein.
You need a protein in those snacks. I'm a busy guy. I got a busy family, a 10 and 7-year-old. We're going to practices. Our kids don't eat anything but French fries, so we got to get them some protein. Check out the new flavor, street corn. Honest thoughts.
Good crunch.
Is it good?
Pop it open.
Good?
Yeah.
Are you waiting to see if it's good before you open it?
I was going to say this for
I
later
wouldn't
and still want to
I wouldn't give you anything bad.
I'm going strategy.
It's good.
I'm going to
It's
say
good.
that for when
It's
I
good.
need it later on Radio Row.
Listen, you moved from DB to safety. Yeah. And we got some overflows over here, and I got a guy Tyreek Stevenson. Wow, that's a little spicy. Woo!
There you go. Come on.
How hard is that to do? You've been a defensive back your whole life. Go play safety and figure that one out to an elite level, so you're good in the NFL.
The elite level is the hard part. I would compare it to, I played corner and nickel most of my career. That's shortstop to second base. Okay, you're getting infield balls. I don't see too many shortstops play second base, but it happens. I don't see too many second basemen play shortstop. When you go to free safety, that's playing center field. I mean, my eyes on every single play, I'm reading the quarterback. I'm not necessarily guarding a man from play to play. It's just the scope of the field, the angles, the eyes are completely different. If you're a good tackler, you have to be a good tackler to play the nickel. You got to be a good tackler to play the safety. So that's really what can save you if you can tackle. But your eyes from snap to snap definitely took some time for me to get any bit good at it, let alone almost elite at it. So it was a lot of practice and switching my off-field training to more of a center fielder.
I mean, I just saw the hesitancy right from the start when I asked the question, and so Dennis Allen's moving guys all over the place, Kyler. So it's just that's where that comes from. Go ahead, Hogan.
Well, you played with Kevin Byard. Kevin Byard's been awesome for us to cover in Chicago. We had him on the show yesterday. Well, what did you appreciate playing with Kevin Byard, and you're still watching him at this point in his career dominate the way he is?
I'm not surprised. He's one of my best friends, but beyond that, I trained with him every day when we were tight, and he works so hard. He's a pro. He has so much of his ability to find those angles in the ball. He's going to be a future Hall of Famer. He should be. He'll be a 40 interception guy, which is really hard to do in this day and age. So, I mean, can we say right now they need to pay Kevin Byard?
We could say it.
We got to pay him a lot of money. You guys need Kevin Byard back. He's really important. Not only is he a ball hawk, but he is a good tackler, and he's a great guy in the locker room. one thing the NFL is doing, it's losing a lot of leadership in the locker rooms when you get rid of some of the veterans. I think Kevin's a huge part of that young Chicago Bears team, and he needs to be a huge part of their future.
Well, so is he like that as a young guy, or did that leadership kind of grow over time? Because now, he's the vet in there, so he's got a little more, cachet, if you will. But he also was new to the Bears, and even as a when he came first year, he almost just assumed the role.
Well, I'll give you a quick little story. So I win the Super Bowl. We beat Atlanta 28-3 in 2016. I go to be a Tennessee Titan in free agency. So when I get there, I show up. They have this young safety, second year out of Middle Tennessee, Kevin Byard. And he is beating us. And I played again played a game in February, and OTA started in April. So I didn't do too much training in that month. I took the month off.
Right.
I showed up. This guy is beating us in laps. Lapping us, winning the sprint. He was training all February, all January. I could tell this guy, I was like, yo, I got to up my game. Like, this young guy is going crazy. He ended up having 8 interceptions going all pro that year. He ended up having 8 interceptions going all pro this year, and that might have been 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So it shows you the longevity of him. And I was like, who's your trainer? I'm training with you. And that's when me and Kevin Byard started training together, and the Titans had some good years. But he's been a good player for a very, very long time. But the first workout, I knew he was different.
It's almost like Mamba mentality, you two. And you and good job by you. Like, hey, who's doing it right? Let me go get with him. Go ahead, Hogue. I know we want to get in there.
Well, so you brought up 28-3. I don't know if you heard this year, but in training camp, Ben Johnson had Joe Tooney, who was on the right side of it with you, and Grady Jarrett, who was on the wrong side of it. Both get up and speak to the team in training camp just about that experience, basically about never giving up, how you got to be in that moment. And then the Bears went on to be this team that had all these come from behind victories this year. The Packer game, they all talked about that afterwards. First of all, what do you think about hearing that? And then second, like what are the lessons that can be learned, teams can learn from that game that you were able to play in?
Well, I think Ben Johnson's a great coach to start. I think it talks about belief. A lot of the NFL is based on having very little parity. And you're going to have probably 6 games a year that are going to come down to one score. It's going to come down to a 2-minute drive. And you got to be okay. I tell my kids this all the time. You can't hit a game winner shot if you're not losing or tied. So that means the game didn't go perfectly all game long, right? You're not going to win every game by 50. And the coaches and the players that can believe and execute in the last 4 minutes of the game win it a lot more times than not. You saw it didn't go that way last year for the Bears. But with Ben Johnson, Tooney, that approach right away, Kevin Byard's, you saw how quickly that can swing. And when you win, you're 5-1 or 6-0 in those one-score games. Now you're making a deep playoff run. It's literally the margin of error is that different, that small.
One more chip on the way out here.
Awesome. There we go.
Great chip.
Look, where can you get them? You can get them at Target. They're gluten-free and keto-free. So it's a great source of protein. Quest has way more products than just chips, but this is a new flavor that dropped. You guys get to try it here kind of early. A little spicy.
Now look, Heg, I feel better. I'm ready for the day. Logan, you're awesome, man.
Appreciate you guys.
I know you're not sponsored this, but these threads are. Right now.
All right, I enjoyed talking to Logan Ryan.
Yeah.
What is this? What just happened?
He said Peter wanted to hit us. This is the greatest, most trolling Packer fan podcaster of all time.
This is how we're ending the show?
I think we are. Because we dominated, you lost, and your future. How many years in a row do you think the Bears will take the North? Do you think it's a 5-year run, a 10-year run? What do you think?
Well, at this rate, it should be 20, right? No less than 20 should be acceptable.
Right. If you think about Caleb's so youthful, and Ben's not 40 years old,
right?
He
made sure everyone saw his 40-year-old body.
That's exactly
right.
You
know who has the longest drought when it comes to the NFC North?
I do know that one. It's the Green Bay Packers. Yep.
Why won't any of the Packers players talk to us? Evan Williams wouldn't talk to us. Jordan Love wouldn't talk to us.
So I was doing Rank Show yesterday, and Matt Forte crashed. Just came on and started talking to us.
Yeah,
and so after we had a nice conversation.
Right. We would do the same.
I said, hey, Matt, why don't you come do Locked on Packers? He said, what was the last word in the name of the show? Packers? Nah.
Yeah, okay. All right, so it's both sides.
Yeah.
And that's
it's a rivalry. That's the point.
That's 20 years earlier. But you're here.
That's why you're above.
We go on your show.
You do, and I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Greg, you had an elite.
Well, Greg, apparently my tweets affect his mental health. He said. So
he does.
They actually do.
They do.
Yeah, we can confirm that. Are they done crying about the handshake yet or not?
Listen, Evan Williams was like, I like the rivalry, but I still think you should shake hands at the end. He didn't say Ben Johnson, but It was noticed.
Actually, Peter, I'm actually curious. What is your understanding of why that is so sideways between the two of them?
I think it is a little bit of like the kayfabe element of Ben Johnson wanting to come in and setting the tone of like this is what this is now, and I'm gonna play the heel and it's okay.
You were trying to get you.
Love you.
You thought that Devin Hester was going to be
Strike out on
sitting
Devin
there
Hester. You give me Peter Bukowski.
Yeah.
Jesus, Mary.
I think it's great. Listen, we're getting to the bottom of this. Do you have any? Would you like to complain or what do you want?
Complain? Are you kidding me?
Don't
Would you like to lodge?
The NFC champs are here at this set. Okay, NFC North champs. And you will bow to our graces.
I
sir.
definitely will not do that.
Yes, you will do that. So, did you enjoy when the Bears beat you in the playoffs as much as we did? Because I know that was a great moment, and I will cherish it forever. And don't do it with
what's crazy
your
is
Super Bowl thing, because everybody says that.
What's crazy is there was not a good Packers-Bears moment in Bears fans' lives for 30 years.
That's true. That's true.
And
That's
then
not
now
true.
there's been
That's not
two
true.
in the last 6 weeks.
That's not true.
What?
Devin
Isn't that crazy?
Hester's first game ever of his
you're
career
kind of proving his point.
at Green Bay.
That was 20 years ago.
Yeah, Devin Hester just went in the Hall of Fame.
Devin Hester,
that was
first
20
game of
years
his career in Green Bay, house call. Bears beat you 26-0. Beautiful moment. Thank you very much.
Okay.
How about 2010? Remember, everybody's like, "Oh,
How did
Devin's lost his
2010
touch."
end, Greg?
Don't bring up
Remind me.
2010,
Remind me.
Devin House calls it at the beginning of the year. How about one of the coldest games in Soldier Field history? Me and my beautiful wife Jenny sitting in the upper tank, sitting in the upper tank while you're in your cushy studio.
I was waiting for
Me
the
and
camera.
Jenny are in the upper tank. The beers are freezing. The pizzas are freezing. You can't get anything. Alex Brown blocks a kick. Robbie Gould, game winner in overtime. You know who the starting quarterback was? First time ever making a start against the Chicago Bears? That'd be Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
That's right. So plenty
The coldest
of great
game I ever went to
Bears
was in
Packers
2007 at Soldier Field. Brett Favre's face
Shut
was
up,
purple.
Peter. How about the 2018 season when the Bears played the Packers, clinched the division, and
That's
then,
one there's one.
Yeah,
That
sack
2018.
lunch on Rodgers.
That was a bad Packers team, but yeah.
We had 2018. That's true, Peter. I think you're good for the rivalry. I know a lot of Bears fans don't like you, and
fine.
You've earned that.
That's
you did
fine.
that. And,
No, you know what the thing is?
Yeah.
I actually like Peter in person. On Twitter, on Twitter, he's a demon. And so all
That's
these
the
people,
whole
they
point.
don't understand that he's actually a nice guy, and it makes
Don't tell
me
them that.
wanna,
Stop.
It makes me want
Don't ruin
puke,
it.
even saying that.
Don't ruin
Where
it.
are you going? And so, like, that's the frustrating part. And, like, for a long time, I was like, you know, Bears fans are too hard on you on Twitter, and they definitely can say
I
some
don't think they
things
are.
that are over the line. But then the last 6 weeks of the season, the way you harassed Bears Twitter, every other tweets about the Bears, you don't shut up. You tell me earlier that you were trying to work on it. You're not working on it.
I'm just trying to be on Twitter less generally.
But you're not.
That's a good-
well, you're
that's a
I've
good-
only had like
failing at
5
that.
tweets this whole week.
You're failing at that. So you need to work harder at that this season.
You're in a dual combo here because you're being a good sport. We've had a great day.
I've had a terrible day.
But he's had a terrible day because his hero, we were going to have Devin. It didn't work out. We're going to get him before we get out here.
That's a
We're going to
bummer.
tape it today.
We're
We'll play
not.
it
They
tomorrow.
already told me they're not.
Well,
It's
that's why
wonderful.
we're getting this. Okay.
And then you give me Peter.
Well,
I had a great conversation with Matt Forte yesterday.
I blocked you out of Matt Forte. You're trying to infiltrate. I boxed you out of Matt Forte. You know what? You just said that to trigger me. And I don't like that. I don't like that.
All
so
right.
you know what? Because that's the thing. When we lose, you should be talking more shit. But you lost, and you've talked even more since you've lost than reverse. Like, we won.
Isn't that a
You see,
Jordanism?
so I like Greg more off air than on air. Is
Yeah.
what I'm learning.
Yeah. Yes. Well, and also, you know.
I'm in a bad mood.
Yeah.
And then, and you show up on this set.
Yeah.
I'm the one that's supposed to approve.
It's a beautiful
this.
set, by the way.
Hey,
You like
yeah,
it?
Brian,
I do.
come
Yeah.
back over
These
here
are
and
comfy
kick your
chairs.
ass.
All right. Hey, shout out to Brian Urlacher. Thank you to 54. We apologize that Peanut got caught up.
Brian, this is a huge Packers guy. He's a hater. He don't say hi to. What are you doing, Brian? Don't shake. That's right. We beat your ass twice. Let's go.
That's
All
exactly
day.
right. That's for Greg
He will
Braggs and
kick
Pat
your ass.
McAfee, for Adam Johns and DJ Moore, for whatever else we've done on this show, Logan Ryan, for Adam Hogue. I'm being told to look at. Oh yeah, I got a super chat.
Super chats.
Super chats. Hold on.
Send in
You have super chats
chat.
because you don't have any Super Bowls? Is that how that works?
Send in shut up, Peter. Send in super chats about Peter Bukowski. We got to wrap the show. Okay, no more fun. You guys are the ones that brought him
Love
out
you, Greg.
here.
You're the best, Greg. Steven, I don't have it. I don't know why. Hold on.
Give me the computer.
Give me that.
I'll read it.
Thank you, Allie. Okay, here we go. Super chats. Love it.
Can you read
I
that?
know how to do technology. From our guy, Gardenhoser, Gardenier. Love you, Gardenhoser. Just want to say I could use some prayers, everybody. My grandpa, your grandpa, was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer, and it's flipped my world upside down. Love
Sorry,
you
man.
all. Love this show. Always brightens my day. Hey, Gardenhoser, prayers up for you and your family and your grandpa. And hey, let's, I've heard a lot of crazy stories about things turning around. So we're rooting for you. And
Love you, Gardenier.
And it's very, appreciate you putting it out there because it's always vulnerable to do something like that. So best to you and your family. $20 from Bear Jordan. It's my birthday on the other side of things. Max jersey number. So 52, huh? All right. And forget edge. The Bears need a 3 tech and an offensive tackle. No, they need them all. But sure, if you want to order it that way, that's cool. And happy birthday, man. I don't have the harmonica on me, but Hans Galeva to you. Shout out Kevin Bagamon. And MagD23 just became a member. MagD, you're a YouTube member. Your life is better. You know what I love about MagD?
Well,
Mag
the Philly
Gang.
guys need to get on set, so we don't care what you love about Mag.
Okay, so we got to go. Thank you for watching. See you later.
We all silly like the mayor.